with me this morning, but I don't remember her title, even though she just said it to me.
Yep.
But I'm going to have you introduce your title. So
Megan Keller, and I am the administrative leader with Nami North Bay, our local chapter of Nami.
Awesome. And I know we had the public health nurse on earlier this week, but this is a little more detailed of what we're going to get into this morning. So
hoping to really just share some more background information about how we got here with Nami and what we're looking to do as a whole. And Wendy was on earlier the week really talking about kind of one of our big programming things coming up in Oconto. So
So tell us, what is Nami?
So Nami, I think first and foremost, it's important to know that it stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And it is an organization that really helps to connect people and to support and resources. So we don't specifically provide mental health therapy or crisis or things like that. That's not our role. Our role is really more, again, in the reducing of stigma, education, resourcing, support, and advocacy. And what's really cool about it is that it is a national organization, and then it has state affiliates or operations, and then local affiliates. So there's different tiers that really work together. So there's a lot of different resource and support at different levels and things like that, even if you're in a more rural area and things like that, to kind of have that support. So our local chapter here that we just got started for Nami North Bay is really connected in with our state of Wisconsin chapter. So they help us support with a lot of things and, check in with us and have helped us through the whole training and onboarding process of things and stuff like that. So there's a lot of support for us too at a national and state level.
And that's got to be wonderful to have that support, especially with mental health.
Yes.
You're providing a service, but you're also receiving something in return.
It's nice to just have to know what's working and to have the data of how things are going in other areas, so that as we're setting up programming and things like that, to be able to share the impact that it has. Because when you're new, you can't use your own experiences necessarily, and as we're building, and that's kind of the state we're in right now. So it's really great to just have the support of that, and also other affiliates in Wisconsin and stuff, and doing that outreach and, how do you do this thing and what's going on? It's nice to feel connected in those ways. And I think that's, to your point, a big thing with mental health in general, right, is feeling connected in the community.
Exactly. And so now, what is it that you guys will be doing within the community?
So we started out in getting onboarded and stuff. So this is also a process. So I say we've been affiliate since the beginning of the year. Technically, when I looked back, it was just before Christmas we got it. But how holidays go. So we're really new. Obviously in the grand scheme of things, and it's all volunteer led. We're all volunteering our time in our chapter and things like that. There are, again, at state and local levels, people, who are not volunteers or who that is their job, but here our affiliate is all volunteer. So everybody that's been involved in getting things up and going, which has been many people, and, those of us, moving forward with things and stuff like that, this is all volunteer based, and will continue to be. So, we'll need to continue to have those resources. But so we were working on this for about a year and a half, maybe a little longer, before we got affiliate. So, we've really been getting into the details of what does NAMI offer and how can that look here and where do we want to start. So, we really picked then, starting with part of it is being trained and then able to offer what they called core programs with NAMI National. So those two programs are the one Wendy came on earlier this week to talk about, which is the Hearts and Minds course, which is, again, aimed at adults and mental health in the 5-week course. The other course is, or education piece that we're looking to offer, is the Ending the Silence. We have offered that with a couple organizations that have after school programs. That's more targeted at middle and high school youth, and it's about a 50-minute presentation that really gives some information and education on mental illness to help reduce stigma, and then also has like a peer experience story. The peer is an adult, but talks about their experience with mental health to kind of help connect a real life example for the youth. So those are two of the programs that we're going with as far as like education and offering in the community. And we'd really like to also be offering local peer support. But that is also peer-led.
Right.
So we need to really find individuals within the community who are willing to go through the training and help to like onboard and get that going in our communities.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Such great stuff.
Yes.
So is there, now if anybody wants to, I guess, volunteer, how do they start that process if they...
Yeah, so again, we're kind of just starting to run with things, right? So like we are building, and our biggest need is really going to be volunteers and hands to help. And again, we can offer more because there's a whole breadth of things out there once we start to build and get going in coming years. But we're going to need the hands and, folks to kind of do the training and go through that. And ultimately, our hope is to have so many volunteers that we can have people cross-trained and things like that too, so that, we can continue to keep that presence with the different, programming and things like that we want to offer here running. So if people want to volunteer, a really good way to connect is in getting on our Nami Facebook page, Nami North Bay.
Yeah.
So it's North Bay is 2 words, and Facebook. So we do have a Facebook page out there. That's where you can see information about things that we have going on, and we share facts about mental health and things on there. And then also people can reach out via email to our I want to read it because I don't want to say it wrong, because then that won't help people get connected. So our email is connect@naminorthbay.org. So it's pretty easy to navigate. That's also listed on our Facebook page. Again, we are volunteers, so we aren't checking and instantaneous, like it's not
like a business.
Yeah, we're not available like 8 to 4 or something like that necessarily, but we do check those areas and things like that. So reaching out to say, hey, I'm looking to volunteer, or looking to help out, or looking to learn more, we can certainly connect. We're working on developing some events or meetings or things like that too, to help people gain more knowledge about that. So I think looking forward to that in the future. Again, we would be posting that for sure on our page. And then I think the best way to volunteer and help out with this too is just becoming a member. So NAMI has the memberships, and you can go to the NAMI Wisconsin website to become a member. They have different tiers of that. And then you can choose the local affiliate, NAMI North Bay. And a portion of your membership fee comes to the local level as well, so that helps us, and for ongoing funding for events and things like that. But becoming a member and using our affiliate, then we have your information as being a part of like our affiliate and a member of our affiliate. So then as we are putting out information or trying to connect with people or have specific needs with volunteering, we'll be using our membership list to reach out to people and work to get that. So that is our biggest thing right now in being new, is just more people, more hands, and more people just knowing we're here and we are building that.
Exactly.
So
having that resource, I think, is going to be huge for our community. So
yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And like this has been, this comes out of us hearing from the community through the Oconto County and Marinette County, community health needs assessment, saying mental health is a concern. And this kind of developed out of that piece of things to be able to provide more, again, resource connection, education, reducing stigma, because
especially the stigma.
Yeah. And there's people that are afraid to talk about it, or don't even know, I think, at times what that is. So I think having this program that offers the education and the awareness and that connectedness, like there's so many pieces to it. And then there's so many resources online too. So even though, again, we're just getting things going here, because again, it is a state and, national programming, there's so much resource and stuff. And there's, virtual groups and resources and things like that too. But we really want to, again, build the base. And we know that there's this community need for mental health support resources and the social connectedness piece. now we need the community to like
Exactly.
be involved in
Come
different
on.
ways to, in
Yeah.
ways that they can, right? Like, and how they can and stuff like that. I think there's a piece and there's a role for anybody in this. But that's, I think, how we build it and how we help address, what we know is an issue in these communities.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Oh my gosh. This is awesome, Megan.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Wow. I'm just like, woo. No, because it is. It's mental health is something that should be taken very seriously. And I say this because of my own mental health, and for what my family has gone through with my own and other family members. So
yeah,
this is great.
Yeah, I mean, 1 in 5 adults is living with mental illness.
Mhm.
So if it's not you, it's someone, and it's 1 in 6
Yep.
for youth.
Yep.
So I mean, we know it's out there, and some of the more troubling statistics is less than half are probably seeking treatment or
Exactly.
doing things with that based on what we know
Yeah.
in data. So.
Yeah.
It's exciting to have something that, again, is really, again, a volunteer-led, a peer-led type of grassroots effort that's,
Right.
building within our communities that can, one, hopefully work to build to the needs that our community has, which may look different than other affiliates
Right.
in other parts of the
Right.
state or things like that.
'Cause
But
every community is unique.
we get to build that.
Yeah.
Based on, again, like, the hands we have to help and like what we hear in people's interests and how we can get there. So
Right.
we're hoping, again, to be out and about too, and if people can connect with us as well, even about knowing we're here for different events and things like that,
Yeah.
and potentially having a booth to share information or things like that, we'd certainly be interested in that as well. Assuming we can make it work and do all of those pieces. So
yeah,
connecting again through our Facebook or our email is really great ways to do that.
Best way to do it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Megan,
Yeah.
for sharing all of this great information.
Yeah.
Holy moly. So everybody, as she said, check out their Facebook page, and that's Nami North Bay, 2 separate words.
Yep.
And check them out on Facebook. Follow, like, do all that good stuff, and then see what you can do to help. So, all right.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem.